The 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Covered by Universal Roof and Contracting. The difference is Universal.
On 1010XL.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
It is a drill speed trap alert.
What
Listen,
do you got?
we're all about social distancing, so don't let him get within 2 feet of your driver's side window, and keep that speed down when you're headed Phillips Highway southbound near JTB. So right over there on Phillips and JTB, they're out. They'll get you. Keep that money in your pocket. I mean, we got downsizing and furloughs and salary cuts and isolation. The last thing you need is
Carnage in the streets.
It's carnage in the streets, according to Adam Schechter. You know what I really realized, Dan, that right now everyone is just still in kind of like a paralysis and seeing where we're at and just like shock right now, really.
Yeah.
Life is changing both, but not just the sports world, obviously. A lot bigger issues than that. But it really dawned on me when they canceled the British Open yesterday how much of a death blow this is for men outside of entertainment. Okay? I got news for you. Men starting at about 18 years old do half of their socializing getting together to watch a game.
Oh, no doubt.
You schedule your whole, like my kids, they get together, they watch game. That's what they do. Now it may just be background, but it brings
I've always said
men together.
It's the challenge to lose weight is because everything in our culture is based on food. And the reason it's based on food is because there's sports on the television.
Well, that's true, too. But to ring even closer to home as far as the British Open goes, my brother and my dad, I'm very lucky my family all lives here together, knock on wood, everyone in good health. But if we get together 20 times a year, Dan, 15 times a year, it's to watch the British Open, the Masters, a Braves playoff game, a Falcons playoff game, the Jags, the college football, the BCS. I mean, all of our scheduled socializing is around sporting events, and I'm sure it's the same for a lot of people. And then here's one other thing, Dan. We as men, we're just dumb, hairy individuals.
Yes.
We're just a big, amorphous mess is what we are. We're dumber than the women. We're certainly not near as good looking as the women. The only thing in life that makes us seem like experts is that we can tell you what a three gap is or what the nickname of Duke is or what's the difference between a birdie and a bogey.
Yes.
What if we go to cocktail parties and we can't explain that genius, then what do we have?
Yeah.
I can't work on a car. I don't know how finances work.
No.
I'm not going to wow you with my philanthropy.
We should have done some of that more growing up instead of just scheduling those 20 events around
The hell
sports.
we should have. I'm happy where we're at. Let's get them back.
Wow.
I don't want to get together with my dad and brother and play cards. Sorry.
No.
I want to watch the Masters.
No.
Imagine if this happened last year, Dan, and the Masters had gotten canceled and Tiger never won that.
We would have never known, though.
I know, but still.
Yeah.
We know now.
Yeah. A couple of NFL news. And it's Lamar Jackson working out with AB. That's great. And I don't mind that. I mean, listen, good for – but this does not expedite Antonio Brown's return to the league anytime soon. I mean, I sit there
Why
and
did the Jags sign Antonio Brown?
Well, nobody can. He's not allowed, I don't think, in the league.
Well, no, until the league – I think the league just doesn't say if he's allowed until you try and sign him.
Yeah.
But I guess the word probably is that you can't.
Yeah. So
I got to have been 1,000% against Antonio Brown forever, but at this stage –
yeah, I wouldn't.
The storyline.
I would never sign Antonio Brown to any contract. He needs. Yeah, I'm surprised he's been staying out of trouble, which is good. I mean, we haven't heard anything from Antonio Brown in a while, so that's at least one positive. And he's not old. What is he? 31? How old is Antonio Brown?
Sounds about right. I can look it up. Tell you exactly. I'd say 30.
He is 31.
31.
He'll turn 32 in July.
Yeah, so he is getting on up there. That's it. Right? Antonio Brown's done. Right? You're 32 years old. You're on the wrong side of the league's optics. You're probably going to be suspended for your behavior.
Yeah.
Maybe he's just laying low and trying to let all this stuff go away, but I hate to tell Antonio that when he actually does try and sign with someone, they're going to revisit some of these things that have been hanging over his head. So
6 straight years of 100-plus catches.
Yeah, he was amazing.
110, 129, 136, 106, 101, 104.
Well, he had that record too of
and
catching
loads of touchdowns.
He caught like at least 5 passes in 30 games in a row, just something stupid.
Like those 6 years alone, if he were those 6 years are Hall of Fame worthy.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? He's the best, the most productive receiver in football and among the best.
If he never plays again, do you think he would get into the Hall of Fame?
No, I don't think he will.
I don't either.
It's probably not enough. Where is he on the all-time numbers? He's a Hall of Fame talent, but he's not going to have a Hall of Fame career.
Well, yeah, but 6 years is enough to prove you're one of the best.
If you're not winning. Yeah. I think we could go back and find maybe slightly smaller windows, but
yeah. 13, 10, 12, and 15 touchdowns, 75 career touchdowns.
Amazingly productive.
Including one with the Patriots.
All right, 1 game, 1 touchdown.
Yeah, 4 catches,
he's a playmaker.
yards.
He's a hard worker, and he's a physical freak. He's not a big guy, but really fast and strong. Go up and get footballs.
By the way, he's got 841 catches in his career.
Yeah.
So it's not like he doesn't have.
Antonio Brown, I mean, look how much trouble Terrell Owens had with double the numbers.
Oh, I know. It's amazing to me what.
Some people have a hard time learning. They can't just do whatever, and then people look the other way and they get to continue what they're doing.
I hope
that was hard for Antonio Brown, and in many ways, the Steelers enabled this behavior, right? He got away with everything in Pittsburgh without any serious consequence until the very end, and when the serious consequence came at the very end, he took his ball and went home.
And the reason why he's working out with Lamar Jackson, first off, South Florida guys.
I guess they don't have to stay at home as much as we thought down there.
And Hollywood Brown plays for the Ravens, and that's Hollywood Brown is his cousin, Antonio Brown's cousin.
And Lamar Jackson's teammate.
Correct. So it made sense, and then Hollywood Brown posted a picture of the three of them, by the way, not social distancing.
Right. That's what I mean.
Arm in arm, which
there will be the NFL season will be in jeopardy if the MVP gets coronavirus in the middle of June.
That wouldn't be good.
So we'll see.
But I mean, listen, as far as that, the guys are going to get coronavirus. Obviously,
correct.
I mean, everyone, you know,
and most of these young athletes are they're getting right through it. They may have it. Yeah, and they've gotten right through it. In fact, I think I saw yesterday that the Nets players who tested positive, and some people complain that they even took a test. I don't know how you complain about someone taking a test when they test positive. That's strange to me. But anyway. Those guys are going to offer plasma, and that seems to be a lot of optimism now on using the plasma of recovered COVID patients to more quickly develop a vaccine and some medicine to help along the way. So
I read a great article in Sports Illustrated, which I still get for just a few more issues, on Giannis. I didn't realize, his whole family is together in Milwaukee. The premise was, do you think at the end of next year, he would be a free agent.
Right, and there's all this rumors he's going to Golden State or whatever.
Well, whatever happens with this NBA season, think about if you're a poor Bucks fan, you have a legitimate shot at winning a world championship this particular year.
If they don't play?
If they don't play, then he'd only have 1 year left if he's going to stay. Now, the thought is he may stay.
I think one of his brothers is on his team.
Well, Thonis.
And there's another one on another team.
One's in high school. He has 4 or 5 brothers.
One of them is in the G League. And he's got a brother on his team. I think there's another brother who plays for another NBA team. Like the Clippers or the Lakers or someone.
One is like a senior in high school.
Yeah.
Now, none of them are as talented as Giannis.
I'm pretty sure there's another one in the league, though.
Well, he has a guy.
Yeah, he has his one brother's a teammate on the Bucks.
Thonis, isn't it? Thonis, is that how you say Thann?
Is there a third one in the league at all, or is the other one in the G League? There is a third one.
He's in the G League.
There's a third one that's either at the bottom of someone's roster or in the G League.
But anyway, his dad passed away recently, young, but his mom lives in Milwaukee too. Is it Milwaukee beef? I wasn't sure.
Yeah, actually, it's pronounced Milwaukee, which is Algonquin for the good land.
Which is Algonquin for tired and overplayed.
Yes. So, but it's just, I don't know. He has embraced, to him, Milwaukee is the United States. Now, Milwaukee, by the way, is not highly thought of in terms of African American, there. It's not.
It ain't Green Bay, but it's not Chicago.
By the way, Jeff, to answer your question, Costas is the brother who's on the Lakers.
See? Told you.
And then Alex is the young one. He's in high school.
He's in high school.
He's the rising one. And his older brother, Francis, obviously was a big disappointment.
So he does not have a Thonis brother teammate, or are you just leaving him off?
Thonis is on the Bucks.
So there's 5 of them.
Correct.
And there's 3 of them in the league.
There's 5 Antetokounmpos, though, which is amazing. I did not know
He has an older brother who obviously failed miserably at life.
Yeah, he's not an MVP.
And he has a younger brother who is up and coming.
And the high school kid.
That's the young brother.
Well,
Alex.
The high school kids team went and played a son of LeBron, son of Dwayne Wade's team. California.
Sierra Canyon or something they're called.
California, son of LeBron's team, 90. Brother of Giannis, 55.
That'll happen.
He had like 13 and 7. So I don't think he's thought of.
I don't think he's thought of as like
none
a
of them
sure
are
thing.
Giannis.
Well, those guys.
Giannis stands above all.
And Giannis too, by the way. They are a lanky, kind of clunky athlete, and they age into more grace. Because when Giannis first came along, he was like a praying
gazelle.
mantis.
Yeah,
you know, arms and legs everywhere. So,
but the interesting thing in watching and reading it is how tight the family is, and like Thonis, and I'm probably saying it wrong, but anyway, they'll go talk in hushed tones in Greek, and then they'll talk in English, but they love Milwaukee, and the family's there, and so
Thanasis.
Thanasis, thank you. I knew it wasn't.
You're
I
close.
knew there was an extra. Yeah, Thanasis.
You're missing one syllable.
Yeah, Giannis, Thanasis, Frankie Antetokounmpo. Costas
is the guy on the Lakers.
Yeah,
it sounds like a bad guy gang in like one of the X-Men.
Yeah,
Francis
series.
is the failed older brother.
Frankie, they call him Frankie,
and then little Alex,
little AA, double A, Alex Antetokounmpo. Wah wah. So, but I guess the reason why I brought it up, am I being silly or naive to think that he's going to stay in Milwaukee, or do you think there's a chance he ends up signing a long-term deal with the Bucks?
I think he could sign with the Bucks.
Yeah.
But I think he'll also, Milwaukee may seem like the USA, but when you have as much money as you want, you can live anywhere you want.
Right.
Mom may learn that, Miami's pretty nice too.
Right. Wow, this LA is pretty cool.
Wow. Anywhere.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd want to go to LA. I think we overplay how much people want to go to LA, but there's,
Honey, did you know there's parts of the country where they don't put cheese on everything?
Yeah. Oh, I love my cheese, though, Mama.
I saw. I'm going to say.
You think they make a good Greek salad in Milwaukee?
You would think.
You would think. I wonder if he's ever
Although,
been to
actually,
Bennett's.
I don't know if they know how to make a Greek salad in Milwaukee. I don't think Milwaukee has a big Greek population community, to be honest with you.
Well, they have 6 now.
Well, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
For sure, they have 6. And the Greek club gets together.
Well, yeah, that's right.
The Antetokounmpos are not going to be here tonight. Well, it's canceled.
I think the most Greek in Milwaukee, though, is at the University of Wisconsin, Milwaukee. I think that's mostly the Greek presence in the beer city.
Milwaukee was home to one of the largest and most permanently rooted Greek communities in the state. So there you go.
What does that mean? Like in 1830? What does was mean? That's kind of a
they ran him up.
Is or was.
He was going to win the MVP, correct? Then wasn't everybody
this year?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. LeBron was coming.
Hard
because LeBron had that little 2-game stretch where he beat Kawhi and then he beat Giannis.
Yeah. But didn't you think Antetokounmpo was going to?
I personally thought LeBron was. We had this conversation. I can remember right before we broke down. Yeah.
I don't remember before sports used to play.
You remember the conversations that you start. The ones that you get drawn into, you don't remember.
Is that how it works?
I think so.
It's probably true.
Milwaukee.
Actually, it's pronounced Milwaukee.
Greek
Twice
population
in one segment.
peaked in 1920 between 4,000 and 5,000 people.
It's like the Jack Black dancing video.
Yes, both are very funny. And
By the way,
neither is funny. And
they'll make their Milwaukee could drive a stake through Beef's heart because it's one of the great quips, but it goes up against Beef's drops and quips.
Actually, it's pronounced Milwaukee,
so
which is
who would you root
Algonquin
for in that?
The good land.
Vote for Beef.
A tie. I root for a tie and a automatic advance for the next round. Oh no, the drop-ins by a mile. Although I think you're lucky you go against each other because this will be an example of an incredibly bad overplayed drop-in. So it defeats the purpose of the drop-in itself, which should make the drop-in an easy winner because Milwaukee is such a terrible example of the drop-in.
Reimer's got his hands full with Super Tuesday.
Really?
170 votes and Brunch with the Tour 55, Super Tuesday 45. So this is a 3-14.
He's winning, though.
Yeah, but this would be – we still have 25 minutes left. This could be an enormous upset. This is like a 4-point lead in the second half.
You know, it was bad luck for Reimer that he didn't draw the 8 o'clock hour. because he's on in the 8 o'clock hour.
Yes.
And you know how our business is. People listen to 7:30, may have never heard Brunch with the Tour.
What
I'm probably
an interesting
aware
point.
of it, per se.
Well, we can't set it up that way.
No, I know.
You have to impact the show bigger than just your segment.
Although I did notice that you put 9 o'clock nasty in the 9 o'clock hour. I thought that was a little bit
did
of
not do that. That's just how the cookie crumbled.
That's like letting Duke play at Cameron Indoor in the Sweet 16 round.
Agree to disagree.
I saw a stat that I'm going to now use as the Shazam Spotlight, brought to you by ShazamAuto.com, and it's not a huge surprise. What's the one thing we've always said about an NCAA tournament champion?
The one thing we've always said is they got to have a little luck.
It's not what we've always said.
Got to have great guard play.
That's not it,
Those are two good things that we've always said.
I'm going to say this. I probably shouldn't say this publicly. I probably should have a private conversation with you in the break.
What do you mean? That's what we always say about NCAA champions.
And when I say this, you're going to go, oh, yeah, that's right. That is
should be the game.
The way that you are.
He's still.
Thank you.
Me?
Yes.
Really? Me?
Yes.
No,
Yes.
that was directed at him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
What is it, Beef?
He knows.
Okay, what is
What's
it?
the one thing that all NCAA champions have in common? Every
is
single
it?
one of them.
Most NBA players.
Correct.
They don't
Thank
get better;
you.
they get better quarterbacks.
No, that's not it. Often they have an NBA player, but usually they have more than one.
Yeah.
Well, this goes along those same lines, but since the NCAA started seeding, I think it was 1979, they said, or since they increased the field to 64, okay? This is amazing. Only twice
Yes.
in 50 years
Yes.
has the NCAA champion not had a McDonald's All-American on their roster.
Only twice in 50 years.
Yeah,
What are they?
It was UConn in 14.
The one that beat us?
Yeah.
Son of a.
And then it was
Why?
I
Why, Big Pat?
think it was Villanova maybe when they beat Georgetown. Or maybe I think that's what it was. It may have been Maryland when they beat Indiana, although I think Stevie Francis probably was.
Yeah.
But
Who did you think it was? Who was the other one?
Villanova. I mean, Pickney became a star. Maybe he wasn't when they came
That
in.
Villanova team.
Yeah. I'm talking about the Villanova back in the early 80s.
Yeah, Easy
One
Ed.
of them.
Easy Ed would have been the only probably one that would have been
Who's that?
Ed Pinkney.
Yeah, I would think so.
He would have been the
I
only
mean,
one.
The two
Possible.
McClains were good, but they got merged.
Yeah,
into
they
good
got
players.
better,
Yeah.
and then
But isn't that
was the
amazing?
big goofy
So
white
you know what?
dude?
Because when we talk about recruiting, look, that pretty much says, well, if you don't have a McDonald's All-American, you ain't winning. So you better go get one.
we had one. We should have won this year then.
Well, maybe we'll win next year. And people are like, well, the Gators didn't have one. Well, they did. Corey Brewer was a McDonald's All-American.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, I think he was the only one on that team, though.
Oh yeah. Joe wasn't.
No, and neither was Al.
Al wasn't. The amazing thing about that team was that
Chris Richard may have been, actually.
I don't think so. For them to come back
And win it again is amazing.
and really, and watching that documentary too. You got to remember, three of them, money wasn't a problem. I mean,
But they
Torian had Sid as a dad who had money. Joe had Yannick as a dad who had plenty of money, and
Yannick
Al had
Ngakoue.
Tito, who had
Plenty of money.
plenty of money, and then Corey didn't have any money.
Any money at all.
And his dad was sick, and so
But he stayed. He's made a
well,
lot.
they left it up to Corey Brewer.
Beef, can you give me Corey Brewer's lifetime NBA earnings, please, on the NBA page? We'll guess once you get there.
I'm gonna go 47.
No, more.
More?
I think
Yeah.
like he probably made $8 million for doing nothing the last. I'd say Corey's been what? That he would have come out in 08, so he's that's what 11, 12. I'm gonna say 11. I'm
Was
gonna
he
say
in the league this year?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, he may not have been. He was at one point.
He does not show a salary for this past season.
Okay. I'm gonna say he's averaged. I'm gonna say $88 million.
He has in his NBA career earned $55.3 million.
Kind of in the middle.
What do you mean in the middle? I said 47.
Oh, I thought you said 30 something.
No.
His highest
Not in the middle, I
annual
won.
salary.
You went over by
that's
far.
Yeah.
In 2015-16 with the Rockets, he made 8.2.
Well, he was a top 10 pick. Well, those didn't make much back then, huh?
His
That's a while
rookie
ago.
Well, see, I would have thought top 10. He made $30 million before he ever did anything.
his rookie deal was like 2.5 per year.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then he bounced around.
But yes, Shazam Spotlight. There you go. If you want to win the national title, there won't be one this year. But if your team wants to win it next year, and if you're wondering why does Duke, Kentucky, North Carolina, why do these teams win? It's all about the McDonald's All-American.
All right, let's do this. Let's take a break. We'll keep it rolling. Turn our attention to some football
We got
stuff.
Doc Murphy too.
Oh yeah,
we
we
get the
got Doc
latest
Murphy. Yeah.
from
See how he's
Doc.
doing. How he's hanging in there.
Sports injuries. What
Dear
what,
friend.
what people can do.
Deer like in
right
Milwaukee.
This is the
Actually, it's
drill.
pronounced Milwaukee,
3 times.
which is Algonquin for the good land.
I'm sorry.